Hello, everyone. I'm Jamicah Brown. I'm a senior here at UT Tyler, and this is a presentation for my senior seminar class. My topic is the legalization of marijuana, and we're going to get started on presenting that. Once again, to get started, I apologize for my technical difficulties. I've tried my laptop's not working, so I won't be able to record myself and my PowerPoint at the same time. So I do apologize for that, but let's go ahead and get started, all right? All right, so to get started, basically, the community perception that I'm showing for my legalization of marijuana is that the community perceives it as positive. We're also going to see how marijuana has such a huge history and rich background, and how currently the current policy of marijuana is, as most of us probably know, marijuana is currently federally banned, and but it is legal in some states, such as Colorado, as we know. Um, we're going to also look at the benefits of marijuana. We're going to look at data collection and how we measured everything. And what we're going to be proving is my hypotheses. And so my first hypothesis that my server is going to be proving is individuals as a community believe that the legalization of marijuana will be a good money generator. My second hypothesis I'll be proving is that individuals in the community believe that the use of marijuana will help cope with, stress and mental health. And my third hypothesis is individuals of the community believe that legalization of marijuana will help decrease crime rate and notoriety. And let's look at some of the research I did within my study. Um, so marijuana, there was early laws that can date back all the way from 1937 under President Roosevelt, where he banned it, where he banned marijuana use. And then there's the 1970 Controlled Substance Act that was passed by Congress under President Nixon, where it was considered a Schedule I drug, so it was banned. And then we have, from the state of California, a case called Rights in Ashcroft, and then the Commerce Clause. And these are things that happened within like the late 90s, such as 1996, into like the early 2000s, where marijuana was allowed for medical use. And from there, marijuana use has grown, and the regulation of it has grown tremendously, because as of right now, 33 states have some type of marijuana law to where it can be used either medically or recreationally, but for some type of use. Other research that we found, or that I found, was that 88, this is done by a professor from Siena College, 88% of marijuana arrests usually are just, it's just for the simple possession of marijuana. So, like, it could be someone just having just like a small little tiny ounce, but because it is an illegal substance, you are going to get arrested for it, no matter how big or how small the size is of it. And that also over half, 52% of all drug-related arrests are for marijuana. And as we're going to see, marijuana has a lot of benefits. So to me, and as I guess many others in the community, marijuana has positives. So it's not just like any other drug, such as, coke or heroin. So over half of, drug arrests are due to marijuana arrests. So if marijuana was legalized, obviously our crime rate would definitely decrease. And then there was another national survey that I found with my research and from these college professors, and it showed that 81% of adults believe marijuana come with at least one benefit. 66% believe that it has some type of adequate pain management. 48% believe that it treats diseases and impairments such as epilepsy. And then 47% believe that it can help cope with stress and depression and anxiety, so mental health. So basically over half, like quite a few amount of adults, like either over half or near half of adults believe marijuana has good benefits. So that's another way of why marijuana should probably be legalized. A lot of people in the community are for it. Then we have some more research from the University of Mississippi, where professors displayed legalization of retail marijuana on average for 6% raise retail house value. So that shows how, it can help generate money and revenue for the states that have it legalized. And then we have professors from Lemoyne College that did a study that shows how the criminal justice system spends about $8 billion a year against, attacking and fighting marijuana. And so just think if all that money was just used for something else, or if it was just saved. So once again, that can help generate more money. If marijuana was legalized, wouldn't have all this money being spent to stop it. And also also the money, that $8 billion could be used to help out the community more, to help out the homeless, help out for other things that we need it for. So looking at our methodology and data collection, like I said, I did mine. It was a survey. So I went out and surveyed people. Most of the students I have, they were UT Tyler students and Cover College students. And then also any places I frequent or that I work at the movie theater. I also work at a restaurant. So I got some coworkers or managers to take my survey. Social media is a huge platform. Of course, I use that. I just got some people to just randomly, take it. And everyone, the information is confidential and anonymous. So if I didn't know they took it, I still, it will remain within me. I'm not giving out information, but for most all of them, I didn't know who they were. Like even if I know that the person took it, I won't be able to know which their response was unless they literally tell me this is how I responded. So everyone was anonymous because I didn't know their identity, and all their information is going to be saved and confidential. Looking at our results from my survey, we show how most surveyors believe that agree with that the fact that marijuana will help cope with mental health. Then we have how most surveyors, it's about near even, but still slightly more surveyors are leaning on how legalizing marijuana will help lower the notoriety rate. Because obviously, if it's an illegal drug and it's a crime, if if it's legal, it's not a crime anymore. And then we show how most surveyors believe how marijuana can help generate profit. And then now we have some bivariate tables. The first one shows how people of higher education perceive marijuana as being a good money generator. And that goes a long way because, people that are more educated, people that have studied more, that have done the research more, maybe their opinion should be respected more and should be looked upon because maybe, they know the benefits and they see how it's not really that bad. Another bivariate table is showing how higher education can also, people of higher education perceive marijuana as coping with mental health. So once again, that goes with the whole people of higher education are more educated. They've done more research. They've done more studying. So they probably know the benefits more of marijuana. So if they see marijuana as helping with mental health, why shouldn't we all? And then another table shows how occupations that require more education perceive legalizing marijuana will help decrease the notoriety rate. Because, the professions such as law, medical, and education, those are the occupations that require more education. So people, once again, that can be looked upon as maybe smarter or have done more of their research and have studied more, see more of the benefits of marijuana, how it's, like I said, not as a bad thing as many perceive it. And my policy recommendations, I feel like it should be a popular vote. We live in a democratic society, so the people's opinion does matter. So I feel like it should be based off popular vote. If the community, the people believe that it should be, that it has benefits and that it should be legalized, we should go for it. Because a lot of times you see it in presidential elections, for instance, the popular vote might show this, but really it's the electoral votes that gets the president elected. So I feel like it should be all popular vote. People should get what they want. Ways to get out all this information and to let everybody know all the benefits of marijuana and to show them the research. We need to broadcast and share broadly. Social media is a huge platform, so everyone uses social media. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. Radio, newspapers, television, advertisements. Just try to get information out as broadly as possible. And especially because, not, especially getting to the older generation, let them know, because not everyone uses social media. So, like I said, off TV, the radio, newspaper, that will help them, let them know the benefits. How, oh, maybe marijuana is not as bad a thing as we always thought, and so maybe they'll be more with legalizing it. To wrap up, basically, my data and research proves my hypothesis. I went back and one of my I showed you my 3 hypotheses, and my data basically helped prove my hypothesis. That we went over my data tables and everything. My hypotheses are that the individuals of the community believe that the legalization of marijuana would be a good money generator. Individuals of the community believe that the use of marijuana will help cope better with stress, emotions, and mental health. Individuals of the community believe that the legalization of marijuana will cause crime rates and notoriety to decrease. And basically, overall, my project, my presentation, everything, my survey just shows how the community perception of marijuana is more positive and negative. And the data and research proves that marijuana has great benefits and that it should be legalized. And like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's more from my survey. For instance, my survey showed how marijuana has more benefits than tobacco and alcohol. And if those substances are legal, why should marijuana, be legal? But like I said, once again, I was here to prove how the community perception is more positive and how marijuana should be legalized, because it does come with great benefits for society. Once again, I apologize about my technical difficulties. I wasn't able to present my PowerPoint while looking at my face and also looking at my PowerPoint at the same time. But once again, thank you guys, and I really enjoyed this.